Hi, my name is Moria Levy. I'm the CEO of From Global, and I want to speak with you today about revolutionizing KM in the age of generative AI. So let's start. I'll start saying that we all know, we all are aware of it, that generative AI specifically and AI in general have many risks and many opportunities. We won't speak today about the risks of breaching of data privacy, of biases, and the list is long. We are aware of them, but we want to focus this discussion on the opportunities because the opportunities are great, and if we address the risks and we perform responsible AI, we have a great vision and a great place to grow into. So let's start and speak about 3 levels of potential improvement of us, the KMers. First of all, if we speak about revolution, I want to speak also about evolution. How our KM work gets better step by step. May I say tactical improvements, but they are maybe in some perspectives also radical, even though they are tactical. I want to speak about revolutionizing the knowledge work itself, and we as KMers are responsible for the knowledge work in the organization, the methodologies of the knowledge work. And I want to speak about the highest level, revolutionizing our charter as KMers. And all I'm saying, all I will be discussing today is based on activities that we are already holding nowadays in organizations, in our labs. So it's not theory, it's practice, it's doable, and it's beneficial. So let's start with the first stage. How can we make our work better? How can we perform our work as KMers in a better way than we did yesterday? So some of us are already aware of it, but we all can use generative AI, and there are many tools out there in order to improve our personal productivity, write better emails, write better posts, write better letters, generate summaries, summarize meetings, MOMs, find in a long protocol what decisions were taken and where were topics that were discussed and were not taken, and I continue on and on and on. There are a whole bunch of tools out there that can help us improve our personal productivity like every knowledge worker can. And we are also knowledge workers by ourselves. However, we can do one more thing. We can look at how we perform our KM activities and when we do them, use generative AI. And I argue that there are two folds to it. Because on one hand, we have to see to it that our software tools that we already embed today, the search, the bots, the chatbots, the knowledge management systems, that they include GenAI within them. And there's a lot to do. And in every type of tool, the embedding will be different and the benefits will be different. However, also in our manual activities, like lessons learned, like knowledge retention, like designing new intranets and portals, we can do them better, we can perform these activities better when we discuss with conversational GAI, and together with it, we use the benefits, the advantages of the human being, the advantages of the machine, and we augment the human machine in order to get better KM results. Better knowledge retention, better debriefing, drilling down into the problem. I'll give you an example. If I today go to an expert and I want to learn what he knows in order to document the core activities, the more important activities, the interesting stories, if before I go to each meeting, I read on the topic, I ask generative AI to tell me, to give me highlights and topics to discuss with him regarding the issue we have in the agenda, I can go deeper, dive deeper. First of all, I have a better orientation, but B, I can come with more layman questions, with more perspectives, and to enable the expert, help me, help him, help the organization more. So perform your KM activities using generative AI. But there's a next level, because the first level, probably some of us already do today, and all of us heard about them. The next level will be to revolutionize the knowledge work itself. Now, when we're speaking about knowledge work, we're speaking usually about three main types of work. One would be working with files. The second would be finding the experts. And the third would be decision making. Now, we as KMers can and should push forward for new revolutionary ways for doing these. And I want to speak about a new SLA. SLA is a service level agreement. But I want to give this acronym another explanation because we want our solutions, our knowledge work to be smarter, more intelligent, better looks, UX, and more agile, not fixed like we used to do it in the past. So when I'm speaking of working with files, today with the existing technologies, we can help our IT people who can help us, and it could be partly manual and partially automatic, and partially by teaching people processes and ways of work, how to better utilize the content that already is within our organization. For example, think about it, that every time someone opens a file, it gets on the right pane a summary, 2 or 3 other documents that may be suspected as additional versions of the same document. Maybe even it gets also other related documents that the machine recommends that we may be peeking into them because they may help us. I can go a step back. I can say that before we open a file, that we consult a machine in order to understand what files in the organization should we address if we have a specific task on our mind. And I can go on and on. But working with files should be totally different. And the technologies exist already today. We have to adjust them, partially by processes, partially by better interfaces of IT, and partially by defining what should be done. Same goes with locating experts, because locating experts was always something that didn't really work. We always spoke about the yellow pages, but they were so formal and they never really gave us a good answer to what we were looking for. But what we are now calling into our files, and we can collect the information and also integrate it and synthesize it, we can much better find and locate the expert we're looking for. And as to the third topic, and I think that is crucial, too many times decisions were taken based only on discussing and not enough based on information. And today, when we have generative AI, we can do wonderful things. For example, I'll give you 2 directions. For example, the first one would be that we can ask the machine, okay, this is the decision we want to take. Please provide us with a summary of what was learned on this topic, on this decision, within the organization, based on all the organization's content. The same question can be answered twice. Once based on the organization's content, one based on the world's content. And we already have it in our labs. And then we can see for each topic, okay, this is what the world knows, this is what we know. Together, this is what this is the information upon what we can base our new decision. So that would be one type of decision based on information. Another one would be a more methodological decision-based process. And that would be using GenAI agents, which I will be speaking about later again, that help us driving us through the decision process. And when it drives us through the decision process, it helps us by bringing in information as to criteria, as to opportunities, as to options, as to things that we should consider, etc. So deciding based on information can be today different. Again, the technologies already exist. We already started doing such things in different organizations. And I think that we can help the organizations in taking better decisions. And if so, we are revolutionizing the knowledge work. However, we can do even more than that. And I think that there's place now for a new charter for us as KMers. We started 25 or 30 years ago dreaming of being CKOs, sitting on the C level together with the CFO and with the CIO. But not too many CKOs exist there today. And it's not because knowledge is not one of the most important assets of every organization. It's because we are not recognized. And I think that maybe we are not yet there on the C-suite, but we have a good chance nowadays to step forward and to go at least 1 or 2 steps towards a brighter charter, a more recognized one, where we can really affect the organization in a better way. And I'm speaking about 2 specific things as a beginning. First of all, we can and should lead the journey of job re-engineering using generative AI. And I want to explain. Today, people are regular to fill their role, to do their job using computers, using their brains, their knowledge work, and combining them together. Sometimes using other people. Bringing in the veterans, get help from the novices, and we have a full ecosystem that today is working. But in the new era, we have to break the current ecosystem. We have to rethink it. We have to re-engineer every job, every role, breaking it down into tasks. And for each task, asking ourselves, what are the advantages when human beings carry on these tasks? What are the advantages when machines lead these tasks? Is it reasonable or beneficial to have the machines lead them? And if so, how do we augment the human-machine interaction? Because the human being has advantages of understanding the context, understanding the situation, understanding the nuance, knowing the organization's DNA, having better critical thinking, having better creative thinking, and knowing to pack it all together. However, the generative AI, the machine, has better abilities, better capabilities in collecting the information, in integrating it, in synthesizing it, sometimes building and creating new knowledge in the way, in summarizing it, and in some cases in translating it. These advantages are not the same. And if we know to systematically break down the roles into tasks and check within each task where it is beneficial to take the machine and let it lead the decision, lead the task, not instead of the person, but augment it, we can lead people, we can lead the workforce for more efficient, but more important, to more effective way of working. And this is a revolution in the organization, and this is a revolution in our charter as KMers. On the way, There are these new generative AI, knowledge-driven intelligent agents. We developed such agents in 3 levels. One, general-based, for all knowledge workers, how to build a better work plan, how to take a better knowledge-intense decision, and I can go on and on. That would be one level. Second level would be for specific roles, how to carry on a knowledge-intense, complicated process. And for specifically for us as KMers, how to better perform some of our tasks as KMers that give service to everyone in the organization using these agents. And for this, for example, we have agents already for lessons learned, for debriefing. We have agents for knowledge retention, and we are building today more and more agents and training them to help us augmenting the human machine to better results. So what can I say? I can say that the future is bright. We can and should revolutionize KM in the age of generative AI. We have a great opportunity. We have endless possibilities. So I'm calling each one and one of you, don't stay behind. Join us. Together we can have a better world. Together we can push to this better world, getting to a brighter place. Thank you.